Welcome to the new American Culture Exchange podcast, where we dive into the great American game. I'm your host, Glenn Venture Smith. Do you know what the exchange is? Do you know the rules of the exchange? If you don't, then you've been played. Our mission: to harness the power of Web3 and the unstoppable spirit of hip-hop, to create a decentralized ecosystem that puts solutions in the hands of solutionist artists. Together, we'll solve real problems, fund community-driven initiatives, and empower neighborhoods to build enterprises that construct systemic change and foster generational wealth. This is not just a podcast. It's a cultural renaissance engineered for systemic transformation. Welcome back to the new American Culture Exchange podcast, where we're decoding the rules of the great American game. I'm your host, Glenn Venture Smith, and today we're diving into rule number 8, the reward equation, the hidden math behind how rewards shape our behavior, our decisions, and even the future of innovation.
Yeah, what if I told you that the rewards you're chasing might not be what you think they are?
True. Because the human brain's reward system is one of nature's most fascinating algorithms. It can make billionaires chase bigger deals even after they're set for life, or keep someone pulling a slot machine lever for hours, chasing that successive win. Today, we're exploring how this hidden equation shapes everything from business innovation to creative expression.
That's such an intriguing way to think about it. The way our reward systems can sometimes work against our long-term interests is pretty mind-blowing when you break it down.
Well, it all comes down to what our research calls the reward equation. This fascinating interplay between stable and unstable rewards drives human behavior. The stable rewards are your predictable, long-term goals, while the unstable rewards are those addictive dopamine hits we get from quick wins.
So it's like the difference between building a successful business over years versus hitting the jackpot at a casino.
Exactly. And here's what's really interesting. Studies show that entrepreneurs and venture capitalists are particularly susceptible to this equation. The traditional startup model has pushed them toward chasing those unstable rewards. Quick exits, rapid growth, viral moments, often at the expense of building something sustainable.
You know, that reminds me of how social media platforms are designed. The notifications, likes, shares, they're all engineered to trigger those dopamine hits.
Right. And research shows that this focus on unstable rewards has led to some concerning trends. For instance, studies indicate that over 90% of startups fail within their first few years, mainly because they prioritize rapid growth over sustainable business practices.
That's a staggering statistic. How does this same pattern play out in creative industries?
Well, take the music industry as an example. Many hip-hop artists feel pressured to chase trending sounds rather than develop their unique artistic vision. Industry data shows that the average viral hit generates 500% more immediate revenue, but has a 75% shorter commercial lifespan than songs that build an audience organically.
That's fascinating and kind of concerning when you think about the long-term implications for artistic innovation.
Exactly. And this is where Web3 technology comes in. It's fundamentally rewiring this equation
by creating systems prioritizing long-term value creation. For instance, blockchain technology enables transparency in transactions, building trust over time.
Could you break down how exactly these new systems change the reward structure?
So imagine this. Traditional social media platforms reward content that generates immediate engagement, regardless of quality. But Web3 platforms are introducing mechanisms where creators earn based on long-term community value. Early data shows that creators on Web3 platforms earn on average 3.5% more from their core audience than through traditional channels.
That's a significant shift in how value is created and distributed.
And what's really exciting is how this extends beyond just financial rewards, and that DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations, are showing that collaborative decision-making can lead to better outcomes. Our studies indicate that DAOs makes decisions 40% more efficiently than traditional hierarchical structures.
These numbers really highlight how transformative this shift could be. But what about the challenges in changing such profoundly ingrained behavior patterns?
Well, behavioral economists have found that it takes approximately 60 days to form new habits, and changing reward systems is even more complex. But here at the New American Culture Exchange, our organization has adopted long-term reward structures through NFTs that show 2.3% better community retention and 1.8% higher innovation rates.
Those are compelling statistics that really demonstrate the potential impact of this shift.
And looking ahead, experts predict that by 2030, up to 30% of global business value will be created through Web3 and blockchain-based systems that prioritize stable rewards. It's not just about technology. It's about fundamentally changing how we measure and create value. Join us as we navigate this extraordinary opportunity at nace.com and disrupthiphop.com.
So, what's the key takeaway for people wanting to adapt to this new paradigm?
Research shows that individuals who consciously focus on stable rewards achieve their long-term goals 64% more often than those chasing quick wins. It's about understanding that sustainable value creation isn't just more fulfilling. It's actually more profitable in the long run.
That's really powerful. It suggests we need to completely rethink our relationship with rewards and success.
The reward equation is all about rewards. How we perceive them, how we chase them, and how they shape our behavior. So I'll leave you with this. In the great American game, what kind of rewards will you chase? Thank you for tuning in. I'm Glenn Venture Smith, your host. Welcome to the New American Culture Exchange podcast, where we dive into the great American game. I'm your host, Glenn Venture Smith. Do you know what the exchange is? Do you know the rules of the exchange? If you don't, then you've been played. Our mission: to harness the power of Web3 and the unstoppable spirit of hip-hop, to create a decentralized ecosystem that puts solutions in the hands of solutionist artists. Together, we'll solve real problems, fund community-driven initiatives, and empower neighborhoods to build enterprises that construct systemic change and foster generational wealth. This is not just a podcast. It's a cultural renaissance engineered for systemic transformation.